Hello, legends of the internet. This is Starfish 5 Legend, and this is episode 1 of Farmtorials. Thanks everybody who posted a comment in the previous video requesting a farm for me to build. There was a three-way tie on the requested farms. There was a pumpkin and melon farm, squid farm, and a guardian farm. So I'm going to press this button here. I will do whatever farm pops out. Looks like it's going to be the pumpkin and melon farm. Alrighty then, let's get into it. So here we are. I have built up a design of a melon and pumpkin farm. Basically, what happens is a melon and pumpkins grows, then an observer senses when they grow, a piston is then shut down and it breaks the melons and pumpkins, then a minecart hopper runs underneath it and collects it all up and stores it in a chest. Would you look at those rates? It hasn't even been running for that long. Got tons of melons and pumpkins already. These are the materials that you will need to build this farm. The stone bricks can be replaced with any other building block. Same with the glass, but I would recommend using the glass. That way you can look into the farm. The stairs can also be replaced. The shroom lights can be replaced by any other light emitting block, such as sea lanterns or jack-o'-lanterns or even glowstone. Now for this farm, I do half melons, half pumpkins. You can do full melon or full pumpkin, but it will reduce the rates. Doing half-half increases the rates. And finally, the fence can be replaced with any other fence as well. To start off, you're going to need to have an 18 by 18 area to build, as well as a little 2 by 4 area along one of the sides like this. First, we're going to start off by placing down the rails. So over on this corner, opposite of that little 2 by 4, we're going to remove this block and place a redstone block, and then place a building block right behind it like that. Then we're going to place down a powered rail right here, followed by 4 more normal rails. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to switch back to having powered rails. We're going to do 5 of these. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to go to the middle of those and break that one. And we're going to break this whole row all the way down, leaving 1 extra block on either side. Then we're going to put redstone blocks going down that entire row, like that. Now we can replace that power rail, like so. And then we can kind of just do this kind of same design, snaking down our way. So we want to leave 1 extra block on each of the sides though. As you make your way back down, this will happen. That's totally fine. What you're going to do to fix it is you're going to break the powered rail and break these 2 rails, then replace them and then place the power rail again. Now you can continue down, alternating between rails and power rails, always having 5 power rails in the middle. When you reach the end row here, you're going to continue the power rails all the way to the end, just like that. This is how it should look when you are finished. We will now move on to making the walls that surround the farm. You will start off by coming over to this and building up more building blocks, kind of in a little triangle like this. Then you will go 5 out from the corner like that, then place a stair, like so. Then, from this stair, you will go 6 blocks out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place another stair. Then you would go another 5 blocks to the corner. Then 5 blocks out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place a stair. And then now 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And another stair. You repeat this process all the way around, going out 5 the corners, and then 6 blocks in between each stair. Now when you're done, it should look like this, having a stair every couple blocks, surrounding the entire thing. just like that. Now looking at these two blocks, you'll need to find the center. You can find both of them and find the center here. Then you will need to make a circle of stairs. You place stairs like this, like that, like this. Then you'll need to break this stair here and replace it just like that. And it will form this little bowl kind of shape. Now we can start to add the lighting blocks. So above each stair, you will add a lighting block. And then the two blocks in the very middle between the stairs, you will add lighting blocks as well. And then one on each of the corners, just like this and like that. You'll do that on each of the sides here. 2 blocks in the middle, 1 on each stair, and 1 on each corner. So this is how it should look like when it is done. Now you just want to add glass on this layer wherever there isn't a light block around the entire thing. Now we're going to do a layer of just building blocks. Now we are going to add the pistons in. So go to the corner here, and every other block we're going to place a piston like so. And then in between these pistons, we're going to place dirt. This dirt is just a scaffolding block, so we will remove it. And you're going to just keep doing this throughout the entire ceiling here. When you reach the middle here, you don't need to place pistons or dirt above it. So just place around it. You finish, you're going to have checkered pattern just like this, pistons and dirt all over the place. Now we can remove all the dirt here. So I recommend using a shovel. That way the dirt will break, but the pistons will not. Now after you removed all the dirt, it's going to kind of look like this. Just pistons checkered like this with a little hole in the middle there. So now we're going to place in the water in the middle here. Just break out 4 like this. And place 2 water buckets like that. And you can come and grab water like that to place in the middle here. You're just going to waterlog each of these stairs here. So it looks like that. Little bowl of water. And then before we waterlog the other stairs, we're going to need to place in the dirt. So we're going to start on the opposite corner of our little entryway there. And we're going to place in dirt all along here, across the entire thing. Now with the dirt done, we can add the water and waterlog all these stairs. You just want to take a water bucket and click on them. And if you're confused about if it's waterlogged or not, you can press F3. And above my hand there is the waterlogged, and it's true because that one is waterlogged. This one will say false until you waterlog it, and then it will turn into true, like so. And you just want to waterlog all 8 of these stairs on the outside here. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to hoe down the dirt, and we're going to plant the pumpkin and melon seeds. So if you want to put in your offhand one of the pumpkin or melon seeds, and then just hoe it down and plant, hoe it down and plant, hoe it down and plant. And you're going to do the same type of seed across the whole first row. And then you're going to alternate between each rows. So if you go like this and you put your hitbox in between the pistons, you can actually just walk right over them like so. Now we're going to want to switch to melons because we just placed pumpkins. And then we're going to hoe and plant. And we're going to do this for melons. And then the next row, we will do pumpkins, and then melons and pumpkins, and so on until we finish all the rows. When you reach the middle here, you're just going to place light source blocks on top of each one of those, and then building blocks on top of the light source block. On the last row, it should be the opposite plant to which you started with. So since I started with pumpkins, my last row is melons. And just like that, we have them all planted in. Now the next step is placing on the observers. So you'd want to grab your observer and you're going to just be able to place it right next to the piston. So it's facing up like that and looking down on the plant. That way it can detect the change of the plant itself. And you're going to place an observer in each one of the gaps between the pistons. Now we're going to place in our note blocks and more building blocks on top of these. You're going to want a building block on each of the observers and then a note block on each of the pistons. You're just going to kind of do the same checkerboard kind of idea. Now, this will cause the note blocks to make noise. If you would like to mute the note blocks, you can just add another layer of building blocks on top of the note blocks themselves. Now the final step is just to add the rest of the collection system here. So we're going to break this block here and we're going to replace it with a sticky piston like so. Then we're going to break this block and replace it with a fence. And we're going to break these two blocks here and those two blocks. Create a little hole here, place our chest in like that. Now we're going to place the hoppers into the chest like so. Then we're going to take a building block and place it here. And we're going to have rails leading up to that building block like that. Then break this top rail and replace it with a building block. Then we're going to break this block here and place it with the comparator. Then we're going to place a target block under the sticky piston and a redstone dust on that block right there. Now the last step to finish the farm is just to place the Minecart Hopper right on this top rail here. And just like that, we're done. Now the farm won't start producing anything until all those plants of the pumpkins and melon stems actually grow all the way. So it'll take a little bit of time to get fully primed and producing melons and pumpkins. But anyways, let's go check it off our checklist. So here we are, pumpkin and melon. Let me go press this button and boop. Just like that, the light is lit up, folks. Another farm bites the dust. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the farm, and please leave a comment below requesting the next farm I do in the future episode. But thank you so much for watching. You guys are all legendary. Have a great rest of your day.